Magic! Hey everybody, welcome to this short form video series on fighting fantasy and the ways I'd like to mess with it. Now you may recall from character creation that there was a skill stat which gave us the threshold for how many points to spend on special skills, but spending those points didn't actually reduce our skill stat permanently or anything like that. Well, if that's something you're into, then you should get into magic, because the magic special skill does do that, making you worse at basically everything the more points you put into it. Now the number of points you put into it also determines how many spells you know, and spells are grouped into level-like categories based on, and get this, how many stamina points they cost to cast. So having stamina as an abstraction of hit points and endurance makes this narrative work, right? Now the spells themselves are your pretty standard fantasy fare, things like firebolt, invisibility, teleport, that kind of thing. And when you cast them, you are choosing your spell, paying the stamina cost for the spell, and then rolling under your magic special ability. If you fail, then the spell just doesn't happen, and if you critically fail, then you get to roll on a magic mishap table, so hey, that's fun. Now I should point out that there is no Jack Vance involved here, so you do not memorize spells, and you do not forget spells in this system. And how would I alter it? Well, I would take out the magic skill. I think having a permanent debuff to your skill stat is no good, especially when you want to go with sort of a leaner skill stat score total a la Troika, which is what I'd like to do. Rather, I would have players put points into spells the same way they put them into any other special skill, but the catch would be that you don't get to add your skill stat to the threshold of the roll under on the spells. Instead, when you cast the spell, you choose a certain number of stamina points to burn, and that number gets added to the threshold. So, for instance, if you have 2 ranks in a spell, you cast it and you burn 5 stamina, now the roll you're trying to get under is 7, right? Making magical mishaps happen every time you fail, that would also be great. And I think just having this kind of high cost and high risk to spells allows us to design spells that are way higher reward, which is just how I'd like Magic to work in my games. Anyway, that's just my opinion, and we're basically out of time, so thanks for watching.